Welcome to the Czar Report. On today's episode, we're talking Zack Snyder's Justice League. Was it a success or a complete failure? What do I think about the characters and how they were portrayed? And more importantly, did I even like the movie? I'm Czar, and this is my report. So today we're talking Zack Snyder's Justice League. I saw the original done by Joss Whedon, and then later on I watched Zack Snyder's version. Is there a difference? Absolutely. I think Joss Whedon's version was a little bit more softer, while Zack Snyder's version was a tad bit more darker, which is pretty much what I like personally. So if I can be honest here, if Zack Snyder had not put his name on the title, I would have not known who the heck Zack Snyder was. And I know some of you out there probably didn't know who he was either. I mean, we've seen some of his movies. I had no idea who Zack Snyder was, so I looked him up. Turns out, he's done some of my favorite movies. Movies like 300, I Love Sparta, The Suicide Squad, and one of my all-time classic favorites, The Watchmen. Obviously, he does know what he's doing. For some of you that don't know, Zack Snyder had to leave in the middle of his first filming of the JLA movie. Unfortunately, he had a tragic loss in the family with his daughter passing away. So of course, like any father, he left what he was doing to go take care of business. What I don't understand is why is it that they asked Joss Whedon to come in to take over and finish off a DC movie? Now, again, like Zack Snyder, I had no idea who Joss Whedon was, so I had to look him up too. He also did some pretty good movies. Movies such as the 1995 classic, Toy Story, and the first two Avengers, Avengers 1 and Avengers Age of Ultron. So he knows what he's doing too. But maybe it's just me, but to have a Marvel director come in and film a DC movie when at this point right now they're in competition. I mean, the Justice League is in competition with the Avengers. So you have the same director filming both movies. How does that work? I mean, who's to say that he may not be biased? He may like the Avengers movie a lot more than the JLA movie. So I don't know the politics behind that, but to me, I mean, it didn't make any sense. Maybe that's also another reason why the first version, Joss Whedon's version of the Justice League movie, was okay. I don't know who made that choice, but I don't really agree with the same director filming two types of movies that are obviously competing against one another. Okay, let's talk about the characters. Let's start off with Cyborg. In the first movie, Cyborg was more of a random shot. You kind of saw him in every other scene. Didn't really have a big role in the movie. I mean, they try to show a glimpse of his life and how he became Cyborg, but it just didn't feel like there was no depth to who he was as a character. In Zack Snyder's version though, Zack made sure that we knew who Cyborg was, and more importantly, how important he was to the team. In Zack Snyder's version, he had more depth, he had a larger storyline than he had initially in the first movie. This is not really a spoiler, but just know that Cyborg was a key player in overall defeating the villain of the movie, which is Steppenwolf. I'm glad that Zack Snyder made the choice to give Cyborg more of a deeper role in the movie and allowed us the opportunity to get to know him a lot better. Thumbs up on that one. Cyborg, also played by Ray Fisher, definitely stepped up in this movie. Now, on a side note, maybe it's just me, but doesn't Cyborg look kind of like Ultron? What I mean by that is the outfit. Their outfits look alike. Now, because Joss Whedon directed Age of Ultron, maybe he has some kind of say in what the outfit for Cyborg was gonna be. I mean, come on, Josh. I bet if you filmed the movie for RoboCop, he'd probably look like that too. I don't know. Next, let's talk about The Flash, played by Urza Miller. Urza, that's an interesting name. Now, I'm used to this Barry Allen, but this one, I don't know. He's too comical. I think this version of the Flash is a lot more, I don't know, weak, too comical, too young. I mean, this Flash was portrayed more like some little kid who has a Corvette and has no idea how to drive the car. Flash is an overall powerful superhero, but this version of Flash seems like he's just starting, like he has no idea what's going on. He keeps looking at, Batman as if he's like his dad or something. I don't know. I just don't agree with it. I don't think, Flash is a grown man. And I mean, he travels through time. He is faster than pretty much almost everybody. He's a police detective. He's got real adult issues. But in this version, they made him look like he was trying to get a job at a puppy shop. And it seems like for somebody who primarily uses his feet for his powers, he seems to trip a lot. Let's talk about awkward moments. The Flash had one of the most awkward moments, in my opinion, in the movie. So there was a scene, spoiler alert, there was a scene in the beginning of the movie where Barry Allen, or the Flash, goes to save Iris West from getting into a fatal car accident. First of all, I had no idea that was Iris West. There was nothing initially giving me any kind of hints that was her. But anyways, so he has this slow motion moment because he runs really fast, so it looks like everything is frozen in time, where instead of just saving her in midair and then putting her down like on a sidewalk or somewhere safe, he like stands there and then he's looking at her and then he's like grabbing a hot dog and he's like caressing her face. It's just threw me off completely, because when she was about to get into a car accident, my adrenaline started pumping because I'm thinking, okay, I'm about to see some Flash use his powers and save her and move really quick and be a hero. But instead, he went straight into action, barefooted, and then he just kind of like stayed there in the moment, like he was enjoying it. Then after about, I don't know, a long time, he decides to save her finally, after he already put a hot dog in his pocket, touched her face. I mean, what the hell? So, I don't know. Waste of time there. What do you guys think? Am I alone with that thought? Next, let's talk Wonder Woman. Now, I don't have anything bad to really say about her. I think the actress, Gal Gadot, which at this point, I don't think anybody knows how to say her name properly. But I think she's beautiful. I think she's a great actress, and I think she's the perfect role for Wonder Woman. But there's one thing that really threw me off. Now, I haven't seen Wonder Woman kill anybody. Spoiler alert. From what I saw in Zack Snyder's movie, she goes into a heist in London and she does her typical blocking all the bullets, making sure no one's getting hurt. Great. I'm with that. That's what she normally does. Her goal is to go ahead and protect the innocent and then punch out the bad guys and then wrap them up, and then the police comes by and takes them away. But no, not this time. She came in all heroic, busted through the door, stopped a couple of bullets, punched out a couple of people, and then, wait for it, she does that little bracelet clash thing and she freaking blows up everybody, all the bad guys. Now, when has she ever done that? Never, but she did it here in this movie. So are we now seeing a darker Wonder Woman? Is she not about saving everybody anymore? Does she only save who she believes is good or worth saving, and then the bad guys she just kills? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see, right? Next, I guess we have to. Let's talk Batman. Now, don't get me wrong. For those of you that know me, I love Batman. But Ben Affleck, or as some of us know him as Batfleck, it's like every time I think about Ben Affleck playing Batman, I'm at a loss for words. See, every time that I look at Batman, I still see Ben Affleck. Every time I see Bruce Wayne, I still see Ben Affleck. So I see Ben Affleck no matter what role he's trying to play, whether in this movie or any other movie. 15, 20 pounds, but geez, Ben Affleck, the bat suit, you in it? He looks like a marshmallow stuffed into a tube. He looks like the Pillsbury Doughboy stuffed into Iron Man's suit. It doesn't work. But one positive thing that I will say about Batman in this movie is that compared to the original one, he's more serious. He's not as comical as he was in the first one. In this one, he was more serious, not too many jokes, straight to the point. I just couldn't get over looking at Ben Affleck. Affleck. Let me know how you guys feel about it too. Comment below. All right, let's talk about Aquaman. Aquaman was played by Jason Momoa. Man, the dude's my favorite. Jason Momoa, amazing actor. He has what they call it, or as I like to call him, Drago from Game of Thrones. Now, if you don't know what the original Aquaman looks like, this is what he looks like. Clean cut. He kind of looks like that guy from Scooby-Doo with the bow tie thing, the leader of the group. But let's be real here. Which Aquaman would you prefer? This one or this one, right? And I'm glad that in this movie, they don't have Aquaman just talking to fishes. I mean, that's great and all, but unless they're gonna film the whole thing underwater, I really don't want to see him talking to fishes. So I like seeing him using his powers to manipulate water. And that's exactly what they did in Zack Snyder's movie, and I really appreciate that. It just looks a whole lot better. Awkward moment. Well, maybe it's not so awkward. Just like the Flash had his slow motion moments, so did Aquaman. They had this scene where he stands on the pier, and for no good reason that I could think of, they slowed down time. His hair's flowing everywhere. He's looking at you right through his eyeballs, and his water is just coming from all sides and just hits him in the face really slow. Okay, maybe that's for the ladies. I don't know. But for me, I was just like, okay. All right, let's talk Superman. Now, if you guys saw the first version of the JLA movie, when Superman came back, he still wore the red and blue outfit. But in Zack Snyder's version, he did it perfectly. Superman came back in the black suit. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the significance of the black suit. Well, in the storyline where Superman died, when he gets resurrected, the little robots that live inside the Fortress of Solitude, they put him inside a black suit. For most of you comic fans, you guys know the benefits of the black suit. For those of you that don't, well, it's what a lot of us call the recovery suit. When Superman is weak for whatever reason, he goes inside the black suit, and the black suit allows him to absorb the sunlight a lot faster than he normally does in the red and blue outfit. It helps him regenerate until he's back to full strength. It also provides him some protection from the normal day-to-day Superman life where he has to fight villains. He's still Superman even at his weak state, but he's not at full capacity. So the black suit just allows him to absorb the sun a lot faster and a lot more efficiently. Sometimes when he's weak, he also can't fly. So built in the black suit, his silver boots have some rockets to allow him to fly. So fun fact, you're welcome. So throughout the movie, I'm waiting for the moment where I see some type of similarity between an action shot or maybe a mannerism of a character that resembles another character or another scene in the Marvel Universe. And this is what I found. You'll notice that in the Avengers movie, they're all running together, and then boom, it kind of slows down, and they have this moment where you see everybody together going into battle. Well, going back to Zack Snyder's movie, here you get the same thing. They're going into battle together, slow motion moment, there it is. So, was it kind of cool to see that? Yeah, absolutely. Steppenwolf, the villain of the movie. Seems like he was trying to get on Darkseid's good side throughout the whole entire movie. I don't really have much to say about him. I think the character is kind of pointless. They could have had so many other villains to have the JLA fight for the first time, but hey, that's what they chose. It was an okay choice, so be it. My only comment to this villain was that in the original movie, his suit was kind of weak. In Zack Snyder's version, his suit is pretty badass. Kind of metallic, alive, kind of organic. So I was feeling that. That's about all I gotta say about that guy. Now, what about the Martian Manhunter? I mean, for those of you that are fans, you know that the Martian Manhunter is a key member of the JLA. But in this movie, there was really no large mention of him in this one or the original movie. I feel like by shoving him in at the end, it was more forced. It was like, here, oh, by the way, here's one more person. So here's his name. Enjoy, bye.
Well, I'll be in touch. Oh, and son, call me the Martian Manhunter.
The Martian Manhunter in this movie was not impressive at all to me. And if he has a movie coming out soon, this presentation of him doesn't really give me the drive or want to really go watch his movie. So I think that's where they kind of messed up there. They should have given him more of a better role than just a quick appearance and then a goodbye. And at the end of the movie, I mean, the movie was 4 hours long, 4 hours. And you could have just thrown him in for like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, give him some kind of role, something significant. I mean, another thing that I didn't really agree with when it comes to the Martian Manhunter was the fact that at the end, before he left his scene, he does one of those flies in the air and then flies away. He kind of did one of those Superman flybys, where Superman kind of like flies by the camera and then, you know, that's the end of the movie. I was hoping to see Superman fly by the camera, fly away, but instead they just gave us Martian Manhunter. So he went off to do something that, well, nobody really knows what his role was, why he was even there. Now, in the movie, Batman comes out to the balcony because he sees somebody hovering in the sky. Well, if you look at this picture, it looks like it would be Superman, you know? They're gonna have a little conversation, some kind of bantering, but nope, guess who, guys? Oh, hey, surprise, Martian Manhunter. Like, who cares? Well, that's all I got for you. That's my review. I thank you guys so much for joining my first episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Write down any comments below. Let me know what you thought about the movie. Let me know if you found any Easter eggs, anything of interest, what you like, what you didn't like, all that good stuff. And until next time, I'm Czar, and this was my report.